Welcome to the Dare to Share Challenge! We have got the amazing Laurie Danica with us today, and I am so excited. Laurie, welcome to the stage.
Well, thank you very much, Claire. I really appreciate this opportunity to, this is something new. This kind of things is new for me. So being vulnerable is something that everybody should be.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to it, but I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much. It's going to be an honor.
Most welcome. You are most welcome. Now, Laurie, before we start, we have two levels of vulnerability that you can opt for. So we have spicy, which is your hero's journey, your story, something that you've overcome, or we have the extreme level. Now, the extreme level is pushing the limits. It's pushing that edge. It's pushing your own comfortability. It is something that you are experiencing in real time right now. Which level are you going to opt for?
It's a toss-up because they're both really good. You know what? My intuition is saying go with extreme.
Extreme. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's go. Before we dive in, Laurie, tell us what made you decide to join the Dare to Share Challenge? Crazy, courageous? What was it?
Well, at first I thought it was crazy that I would do it. And then, so in the face of fear, I said, you're a speaker. This is what you want to do. This is how you want to get your message across. So you've got a microphone handed to you, grab it. So here I am.
I love that. In the face of fear, do it anyway. Do it scared. That's where the growth is. Beautiful. Okay, so Laurie, I have two questions for you today. We're going to start nice and gently, don't worry. So the first one is, what does being a real and a raw leader mean to you? And I don't just mean in business, but behind the scenes, as a human, as a woman, as an individual in your own right. That realness and that rawness, what does that look like in your life?
Well, apparently I've been trying to and have been a leader all my life, and yet it really is scary when you take the reins, especially when you don't know what you're doing necessarily, or you don't have that true belief and confidence in yourself. So a raw leader is someone who steps forward and is willing to be scared and willing to be nervous and unsure and going like just terrified could be a word. And yet you stand up there and bare your soul. Just do it anyways. Because what that does is it gives other people the opportunity to see that if I can do it, they can do it. Because what the idea is to share me and my soft spots and my scared spots, and so that it gives them the opportunity to find those in themselves.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's so that we show others how we lead ourselves, that we're experiencing stuff too. We navigate stuff too. And if we show that and we share that and we talk about that, then they get to feel that they're not so alone. So I love that. That's really beautiful. Okay, Laurie, are you ready for the big question?
Yes.
She's ready. Okay, so to set the precipice, if you're watching and you haven't seen the challenge before, I don't know what Laurie is going to share with us. I've not given her any indication other than make it stretchy, because the more vulnerable that the leaders are who take to the stage, the more we showcase our human, the more we show that we're not so different from each other. The only difference is how we lead ourselves through it. So with that being said, Laurie, what are you willing to dare to share with us all today?
I am willing to share some personal issues that I'm having with my mom right now around my identity that I've recently discovered, that I have become aware of, that I've been hiding since I was 4 and not actually even aware of it. And it's through the work that I've done and releases that I've done that I've realized, and all the clues were all there, but I didn't see them, is that in January of 2023, at the age of 60, I came out as a gay woman. I was married for 35 years and have 2 kids, 3 grandsons, and 3 grandchildren, and one more on the way. So I did the traditional. Yeah, and part of that is the as my mom's having a lot of issues with it. She's told me that no matter what, she goes, I will not accept it. So that's my battle right now. And it still hurts. I can feel it. um, she goes, I'm 81 years old. I'm never going to change my ways. So that to me means what it boils down to me. I mean, she may not, she says she loves me, but I don't believe that she does, because there's a part of me that she doesn't. And it's a big part of me. And when I discovered this identity and actually made it real, I've never been happier. I'm more settled, I'm stepping out and I'm doing things like this. I never would have done this a year ago. Wow. Never. Because I didn't realize how much I was still hiding. And when I discovered who I am, my life has changed again completely. I am more vulnerable. I share my message more because I know there's so many more women like me, and there can be probably even men as well. But my main audience is women who are trying to discover what it is and who they are. Because I was always trying to be the perfect daughter, the perfect wife, the perfect parent. That doesn't, how can you be perfect when you feel so hollow inside and you don't know why?
And also, what is perfect? Does perfect even exist? But wow, this is a truly vulnerable share. I'm sure you guys watching can feel the energy here. And Laurie, I want to say that is so brave of you and courageous of you. And can I also say that I know you're the other side of the world, but we're actually recording on Pride Day in England. It's Pride Day over here.
You know what? The universe gives us exactly what we need, and that's amazing. That is not a coincidence. That is happening it's happening for a reason on this particular day. Yeah.
Exactly. And given the fact that you weren't sure which share to go with as well, that just really emphasizes that was the message that needed to be shared. And for all of you guys watching, I would really encourage you to watch back this interview, this share of Laurie's, and watch how much courage and how much bravery she's brought to the stage to share something that she's navigating right now without any regard for her own feelings, really. As leaders, when we put ourselves out there, we know that people are going to have opinions, that people are going to have judgments, they're going to have perceptions, and we can't change that. But if we want to make an impact in the world, if we want to share a message with the world, create a movement, leave an imprint, live a legacy, all of these big things that we as leaders want to do, we have to be willing to be visible. We have to be willing to have a voice. We have to be willing to share our most vulnerable parts of ourselves, knowing that it is the very thing that the people watching us need to hear.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm living in British Columbia right now, and this is a place that I've dreamed of living in since I was 12 years old.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm living the life that I'm like so happy, and it's just, I'm content and I'm comfortable. And the rest, my half family lives out here, but I have family lives in Ontario. One of the people that live in Ontario is my mom, and I'm going back next week, actually. So this is why this is all coming up, because now I'm going to be faced with the person who doesn't accept me for all of me. She still wants me to be that little girl that she raised. But my main purpose is going back to see my grandson. I haven't seen him in a year, and that is on me because I was too scared to go back and face my mom.
Wow.
So I did have a coaching call with a dear friend of mine. Coaches need coaches.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a really raw call with one of my mentors and a fellow coach. And he, it wasn't planned. It just happened. And so he's coached me to the point where it's like, that say what you're going to say to your mom. Because I stay with my mom when I'm there. The last time I was there, I was basically the teenager in the basement because I was hiding. And now I know why.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a little different in that she's not going to be happy with what I have to say. And I've gotten okay with saying it. Am I still scared? Holy smokes. It is not going to be easy to say to her. But basically, if she doesn't accept who I am, at least on some level, and love me for who I am, then I'm not willing to stay at their place any longer when I visit. I will see them, but I will not stay there any longer.
And the thing is, it's your truth, right? So for all of you watching, whether you're in having personal situations, business situations, whatever you're navigating, it's about being true to yourself and having the bravery to stay true, regardless of what other people are going to think, because it's our life at the end of the day. And, you know, everyone that I work with and all the people in my world, I always think the worst situation, the worst case scenario is getting to the end and looking back with regret because we didn't be true to ourselves. So, Laurie, I really applaud you for this share today. It's so vulnerable, so needed, and so empowering for everyone watching. So please do tell everyone where they can find you and get in your world.
Well, I am on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook. I do have a LinkedIn profile that needs a little bit of work.
Don't they all?
So that's where you can find me. So, please look me up and you can direct message me if it's something, if you have specific questions that you don't want to share, then you can you can find me. I also have an email. Can I share that?
Of course, go for it.
Okay. So it's lauriedonica@gmail.com, and it's all lowercase letters.
Beautiful. Yeah. And we'll put all of that in the show notes below. So you guys watching, it will all be there. And Laurie, just can you briefly tell us, I forgot, I didn't even ask you, what is the magic that you bring into the world? Tell us. I haven't asked you.
Well, qualification wise, I mean, I am a master certified coach, life and mindset coach in NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, timeline therapy, quantum release process, Reiki, and I've got all 36. I'm initiated in all 36 symbols of Huna as well.
Wow.
And then I also have advanced trauma and addiction certifications. So what I offer people is I offer one-on-one coaching, and we go through what they call the quantum release process, which is a 10-step process where I help you dig down to the deepest, darkest spots that are holding you back from having the life that you deserve and desire.
Beautiful.
And release those and get the learnings so that you can have that life.
Yeah.
Because that's me. I've done those processes. We used to call it a breakthrough. I've probably had 15 of those in 3 years. And I have released identities that are no longer serving me and found the one that is serving me the most.
Absolutely, because the whole point of life is the death and the rebirth. It's the constant growth, the constant expansion, the constant evolution, the constant metamorphosis of who you're becoming next in that next identity. So I love this so much. Make sure you go and give Laurie a follow, go and get in her world, whatever way that looks for you. And Laurie, thank you so much for being brave enough, courageous enough to dare to share with us all today.
Well, again, Claire, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I never thought I would say what I said today. So I just trusted my intuition. And I want everybody's intuition to be their loudest voice because the other ones don't serve us as much as intuition. Trust it.
Amen. Thank you.
And it's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late for anything.
Right. Until next time, guys, I will see you all for the Dead Share Challenge tomorrow.